I just want people to know, this is for the adults, that it doesn't matter, as a kid growing up in the inner city, and me specifically growing up here in Akron, Ohio, being underprivileged and feeling that you could become a statistic. By me being able to put something like this together, I want people to know that these kids should still have the same opportunity as everyone else. And that's what's most important. So as the adults, you can guys clap it up if you want to. In closing, thank you so much. I love you too, man. I really do. I really do. And no matter if I'm playing in Los Angeles or not, Akron, Ohio is always home for me. Always. So, Mom, I think it's time to raise the I Promise flag. It's on you, Mother. So, thank you so much, guys. You guys are unbelievable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. And I can no longer be a LeBron James hater. I can no longer refer to LeBron James as a choke artist, a championship chaser, a person who isn't loyal to his teams, a person who is only out for himself in his quest to get as many championship titles as he can get during his career as a basketball player. I can no longer refer to LeBron James in any type of negative way, unless he murders somebody or something like that. Because LeBron James has demonstrated what a true champion is, what a true man is. He has gone above and beyond and showed where his true loyalty lies. And that is with the at-risk youth of his hometown, Akron, Ohio. LeBron James recently opened up the doors to his I Promise school, to his hometown in Akron, and the school's services, I guess, the at-risk youth, or youth that, badass kids, more or less, and has given them a place where they can excel and study and learn, just be the best that they can be, as far as having someone in their corner helping them to develop and grow and eventually move on to be as successful as Mr. James has become. So a little bit about the school. The school is focused on helping Akron students. So, if you don't live in Akron, Ohio, or the Ohio area, don't truck your kids across country to go to LeBron James' school. The school is focused on helping Akron students from difficult backgrounds who qualify based on socioeconomic and performance factors. It is a joint effort between Akron Public Schools and James's Family Foundation. By 2022, the school hopes to teach students from 1st through 8th grade. The goal is to help 1,200 children enter college by 2029. The school includes a pantry stocked by a local food bank where parents can grab a few items to cook for their children at home. Students will be fed breakfast, lunch, and a snack over the 8-hour day. And what do you say to that? Besides, way to go, LeBron James. Now, for those of you who have listened to any of my shows where it concerns black athletes, you know I have an absolute disdain for the average black male athlete. Not all of them are bad, and we all know that. We have some wonderful athletes out there that do wonderful things, but overall, I think that the average black athlete is a waste of time. They are a waste of money. They are a waste of resources. They are a waste to their people. They don't sink anything back into their communities. They make their money. They get their white girls. They move on about their business, and they try to comment on social economical issues, but they do nothing to help stem the overwhelming poverty and crime and lack of opportunities in the places where they come from. And there's nothing wrong with dating white girls. So, I didn't mean it like it sounded. What I meant was you date black girls all throughout your life, and then all of a sudden when you get a hold of a lot of money, you dump black girls, and then you move on to white girls, So that's what I meant. But, if you meet a nice white girl, go ahead and date her by all means. But, this is just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And once again, if you've listened to any of my shows where it concerns children, you know how I feel about kids. to do something for kids that a lot of people pretty much give up on, or a lot of people say are just, they're allergic to learning or whatnot, to provide a space where these kids can not only learn, but they can eat. You'd be surprised at how many kids don't eat the way they should at their houses. But so you got somewhere you can learn, you got somewhere you can eat, you got somewhere where you can relax, and there's a whole support system that will bring you up from a little kid all the way up to, according to the school, the 8th grade, and get you moved on into high school and get you moved on into college. That's just a wonderful thing, man. And the results that are going to conceivably come out of that, let alone just the fact that the kids are just amped at being in a school that LeBron James owns, that in of itself is going to make you want to excel. It's kind of like, going to a Michael Jordan's training camp or something like that. If you're a kid, you're going to, if you're anybody, you're going to want to perform at the best that you can possibly perform, just because it's, something that Michael Jordan is associated with. So the fact that LeBron James is there and visible, and these kids can reach out and touch him, that is just, that I got no words for it, man. Anytime you do something to help these kids, to prevent them from becoming future 90s babies, then that is just a wonderful thing. And I imagine, because it is a LeBron James school, that he will no doubt attract the best teachers, because teachers are going to want to come and teach at that school and participate at that school, and that whole positive atmosphere that can be generated to enforce and reinforce positivity to not only the kids but the teachers. You're not going to have teachers being bitten by kids because they take cell phones away, and their parents come after the teachers with bricks and beating them up and threatening teachers and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be what school is supposed to be, and it will give these kids some respect. They will learn respect, so they will turn around and teach respect, so it can just cycle itself into something for that Akron area that can be like a working model for the entire country. So something like this, it's a long time coming, and it should have been here a long time ago. Indirectly, LeBron has put a lot of these black athletes on blast who just blow through hundreds of millions of dollars, and you could have bought a building and turned it into a school a long time ago. You could have done something a long time ago. So now the question is, what are the majority of these black athletes that generate billions of dollars going to do for their communities? LeBron James doesn't have to go over to Los Angeles or New York or whatever to help kids, but those athletes that come out of that system in those areas, what are you going to do now to put something back into your communities the way LeBron James put back into his community? There is nothing bad you can ever say about LeBron James. I can't even talk about that stupid beard that he wears, because I can't stand those. They look like terrorist beards. I can't stand them, but I can't even talk bad. I can't say nothing bad about LeBron James anymore. So all of you black athletes out there who reap billions of dollars in money, and you've done nothing for the black community. This man has put his money where his mouth is. That is the highest, the best, the pinnacle of what you can do as a black man who has come back to his community to help his people, to give those people the same opportunities that he had when he was growing up in that same system. So what are you going to do now? Are you going to continue to take knees at the football games? Are you going to take your money, get off your damn knees, go to your communities and build schools for these children? If LeBron James could do it, there's no excuse why anybody else out there, any black person that generates hundreds of millions of dollars, can't do the same thing. It's time to stop talking about how racist the system is. It's time to stop talking about how much social injustice there is out there. It's time to stop talking about how racist the cops are. Do something about it if you feel that way. Do something about the social injustice. Do something about the racism. Do something about the crooked cops or whatever it is that you say is out there holding you back. Get off your damn knees and walk back to your communities and start to put some stock into your own people. LeBron James, you can chase as many championships as you want. You can hop from team to team. You can do whatever you want. Any NBA championships you collect from this point forward will pale in comparison to what you've done with that school. You've taken those kids and you have provided a space for them to learn and grow and possibly become championship material themselves, and that in of itself, hey brother, makes you the greatest champion of all. This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.